Welcome back to WCDC Art. In this video, we will learn how to make these adorable donut pumpkins. For this craft, we'll be using mini white pumpkins. These can be real or fake. If you only have orange pumpkins, you can always paint them off white. We'll also be needing paintbrushes, iridescent glitter, and a paint palette or a paper plate. For your paint colors, we will be using blue in the video, as well as yellow, orange, green, and white for the sprinkles. I have my work surface all set up and ready to make some donut pumpkins. I have my white pumpkin. I do have it on top of a paper plate just to protect my work surface. I have 2 paintbrushes, some light blue paint. If you don't have light blue, you can just mix your dark blue paint with white. We kind of just want a pastel color, so more white than blue. I also have some iridescent glitter and a paper towel. So the first step that we're going to do is just going to take a paintbrush and our blue paint, and we're just going to start painting our pumpkin. You want to get as close as you can to the stem without getting much paint on it. And then when we get to the sides, you want to go about halfway down and then kind of just paint a line. It doesn't have to be a straight line. It could be wavy and squiggly. That is up to you. Some could have curves and then come back up. We're just going to do this for the entire top half of the pumpkin. And then when you get to the end, you are just going to kind of connect those 2 lines. And then you just want to make sure everything on the top half is colored in. You can do some touch-ups, but we will be coming back to do a second coat, maybe 3 coats. So after all of that looks good, we're just going to put our paintbrushes down, put the pumpkin back on the plate and let it dry, and we'll come back and do another coat. So now that the first coat is dry, we're just going to come back and do the same thing right on top of the blue. So once we have a second coat done, we are just going to let that dry, and then we will come back and do our third and final coat. So once again, we're just going to take our blue paint, paint over everything we did previously. And before this coat dries, we are going to take our iridescent glitter and just top it over the paint, because if it's on top of wet paint, it's just going to stick. If your paint's already dry, you can either do another coat or even take some glue and do a thin coat over top and then apply the glitter. So I have my glitter over here, and I'm just going to sprinkle it on top. And make sure you get the edges. And then you can turn your pumpkin over, kind of tap the bottom, and then I'll get the excess off. And then we're just gonna let that dry, and then we'll come back and paint on the sprinkles. So for our last step for this donut pumpkin, we are going to paint on little sprinkles. So I have over here just some other paint colors. I have green, pink, yellow, orange, and some white. So you're just gonna take a small paintbrush, put some paint on it, and then we're gonna make small, short lines on top of the glitter. Just like that. And I'm just gonna use the same color and do a few all the way around the pumpkin before moving on to a different color. Thanks for watching and crafting with WCDC Art.